So, one thing I'm truly grateful for is that I've never had a true health scare. I never had a health scare that basically sent me to the hospital or had me on the verge of death. I know that some people, that's what it takes for them to start taking their health a little more seriously, or that that's what it takes for them to recognize how important health is to the quality of their life, that they basically need a defining moment in their life that wakes them the fuck up, basically. So thankfully I didn't have that for myself. So what I did have was, one day I took my grandfather to the doctors, and what happened was he asked me to read the list of medications that my grandfather was taking. And the list turned out to be 13 different medications. And at the time, I was about 25 years old, and it really, really made an impact on me. So I read off about 13 different medications, and at the time, in my mind, I was like, wow, it my grandfather's taking 13 different medications just so that he can live, which is pretty crazy to me. But another thing that I wanted to talk about is basically awareness. Awareness toward not just like intuitively listening to your own body and what it's telling you, but awareness around others. So, one thing that I've been paying attention to lately is my resting heart rate. And it really dawned upon me when there was such a big difference between my resting heart rate and my girlfriend's resting heart rate. And hers was like somewhere in the 40s, and mine is like in the 60s, the low 60s. And when I looked at the difference between the two, I was like really shocked. And what it made me realize was maybe I'm not as healthy as I could be. So, one thing that I'm going to be focusing on moving forward is figuring out, well, I know how to do it, but working on how to uh, get my resting heart rate lower. And if that's something that you want to do for yourself, because it's really important for basically just being calm and improving the quality of your sleep and overall just feeling calmness throughout your day, which will improve the quality of your life. So, one thing, you want to avoid stimulants. So, I was drinking a lot of caffeine during my travels, and that's something that I will eliminate. Number two is doing zone 2 cardio. So, what's zone 2 cardio? Zone 2 cardio is basically this minimal effort cardio that gets you in between 80 and 120 beats per minute on whatever cardio machine that you want to use. I prefer to do incline walking or cycling, and you want to do that for somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes. Um, the minimum you can do is probably like 3 sessions a week, but I will probably do somewhere between 5 and 6 because I am very serious about this. And it's you want to do it in zone 2 because basically it's it's at this effort level where you aren't putting more strain on your body than it requires, right? So you are getting the benefits of working out your heart without overtaxing your body and causing more strain, basically. And then last thing is to improve the quality of my sleep, and you do that by dieting, improving the quality of your diet, eliminating all the junk foods, all the trash, all the processed foods, that all the oils, anything like that. That's basically not going to improve your sleep. And the last thing is to do is basically I'm going to be very strict around when my last meal is moving forward. So at the moment, I usually do about 3 p.m., but I'm starting to move that a little earlier. So I will probably do 2 p.m. and keep moving it forward as much as possible. And I know that will dramatically help improve the quality of my sleep. So if that video helped you at all, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be around healthy people, like-minded people who are interested in fitness and actualizing their greatest potential, well then join my free community, and it is in the link below, link in the bio. Cheers.